All right, guys, this is Tcbfx right here. You're welcome to week 31. We're going to be doing the analysis for week 31, and I believe everyone is preparing for the week starting tonight as the market open up. Now, today I'm going to be speaking about the GU and Euro USD and SP500 as usual, and also want to look at the direction at which the market is going, and also probably we'll look at the economic reports that we may be expecting this week. Now, last week I told you that we might be encountering a pullback, which obviously it happened on GU, and this is where we're expecting price to pull back, and eventually price did pull back. The point at which we're seeing this pullback that we see here is very important. We need to start expecting that price may rally up from there. But before that, let's do some analysis so that we'll be able to know exactly what we're looking at. Now, this is the daily time frame. Let's go to the weekly to look at the bigger picture. Now, this is a retracement that is going on the weekly because I told you last week that because we have this previous week candle closing bearish, yes, that we should be expecting that this week as well to close bearish. So if you were paying attention to the analysis I did last week, which is week 30, you will realize that this week also that just ended with bearish candle was expected. So this is what we're looking towards, that we're going to sell immediately price broke below that level and target this low as a TP. Now, um, we sold, which we sold. We sold this pair last week. Throughout the week 31, we were selling every week, looking for opportunity to sell. But although the market was not that too great because very few movement was being utilized. A lot of pips were not really, we have few pips that was moved, that the market move upon, which is between 20 to 30 pips, 20 to 30 pips, and then it will consolidate. So we couldn't really get much of the, of course, as a trader and a scalper, you should be able to make some money out of that or break even. So I would probably think last week was a break even week for many traders as well. But here's what I'm looking at. Okay, we can see that price has come to this weekly level here, where we have price action on this weekly level. Price just rejected at that key level and is heading up. That's one part of it. And now on the weekly, I'm looking at this retracement that is from this price action here, this structure here. So we're looking at this area. So the thing is, price just broke below 38 on this retracement that we're looking at. So I'm expecting price to continue to the downside. We still have to get another retracement candle this week to the downside. I'm expecting price to get to worst case scenario to get to 61. I'm expecting price to get to this area price, this 61 of the Fibonacci retracement. Now, for me to be able to understand that movement, I need to move to the daily to get a clearer picture, as you can see. Now, on the daily, it is so important to know that that area is where we have what we call secondary order block. So this is where exactly we're expecting price to get to before we start looking for buy on GU. So the retracement that we're seeing that is happening on the weekly will probably end at this region before price begin to rally up. So this area here is a very sensitive area that we're looking for price to come to, and then we'll be looking for buy. Now, does it mean we can still sell from here to here? Of course, we can sell from here to this secondary order block. Now, if this candle pushes up a little bit on the lower time frame to again retest the 38 Fibonacci line, then we'll look for sell. Again, there's a possibility that the market will still drop. We are expecting the market to drop into that secondary order block, which is this candle here. You will observe on your time frame, which is the daily time frame, that that candle is formed depending on the the source of your candle platform that you're using. I'm using Owanda. So if you're using maybe FS forex.com and all of that, you should be able to see that secondary order block anyways. So expect price to come all over there and then before rallying up. And this is what I'm expecting to trade on GU this week. It may not be that quick, but this is what I'm expecting. I'm going to be selling on the 4-hour time frame. Let me show you what I mean. If you go to the 4-hour time frame, I want you to observe something here. So there is a room for price to come to this price. You see, this is, let's adjust this. You see this area, this is the order block. It's called the secondary order block on the lower time frame. So this is what we're looking to buy. We're expecting price to come into that area and then reject, and then we'll be looking for buys. Now, how you're going to pick that buy, already my student already know how to do that, but you will be expecting price to create multiple rejection at that key level of price, psychological level of 128, 1.28. That's where you're beginning to expect price action. 1.28. It may not be able to, price may hit that 61 and reject and close above 128. Whenever price close above this 128, I want you to mark it on your chart right now. 128, that area, you want to expect price action there, which is in confluence with the secondary order block, but that we saw on the 4-hour, and what we're seeing on the 4-hour now, and also from the daily. That's a secondary order block. And we want to be able to time that line to look for a buy. So what I'm expecting is I'll wait for price to break that line and I'll sell. And I'll expect price to take TP here, a reject here, create a price action pattern, maybe a little bit lower to tap into this and then rally up. This is where I'm looking to buy. I'm looking to buy from this zone. So as far as I'm concerned, whatever price does here, I'm going to wait for that pullback, or I will sell a little and then let it drop. So this is what I'm looking for on GU. So we're still selling it. At the moment, we're waiting to buy at psychological level 1.2800. Do not forget this. Say, mark it out on your chart. Pay attention to this. This is what I'm looking to do. We're looking to sell right there. This price is gonna drop a little bit until we have 50 Fibonacci touched, which is from the weekly. Don't forget that. Remember, from the weekly analysis, we can see that price just broke structure to the upside and then created a new higher high from the left. So that's the pullback. And we expect price to pull into that 61, reject, and then rally back up. So while we're looking at the lower time frame, we'll be selling into that angle. I hope you got it. So this is what I'm expecting to do on GU personally. So let's look at Euro USD. Now on Euro USD, I did some price analysis last week. Let me just remove this Fibonacci first, remove this one so you can see price is still in a consolidation phase, although we just had a break, okay, of the previous high a little bit, just like equal high, but it's still within the consolidation phase on Euro USD. So Euro USD is still consolidating, but we anticipate that price break out of this zone before we look for any trade. But remember, this is a weekly candle, so a trade can still be taken within this time frame as a day trader. So the best thing to do is move to the daily time frame and look at the behavior of the candles that we have. Now, on the daily, we have this impulsive move that rally up and broke the structure. So we take that very importantly and then put our fib there to understand where the market is intending to go. Now we see price just rejected at 38 and is about break coming back down. So that means if price now, for those of you trading the lower time frame, what you want to see is that you want price to close below this area. So you want price to actually close below the body of this candle. So you go to a 4-hour time frame. When you watch this, what do you see? Liquidity. So price has given us multiple liquidity area on the 4-hour. We can see that price has created liquidity here, massive liquidity zone on the 4-hour. So that means it's a potential area that price is going to sell. So what you need to do on the 4-hour is wait for price to sell, to break below this support level. Like it's going to be a massive drop and take out the liquidity, and then it pull back into it, and then you sell. So what I'm expecting on Euro USD is that as GU is still pulling back, this will be, sorry, as GU is still pulling back, this will be the situation we're getting. A break into, which should give us a proper structure, and then pull back into that, and then we set to 61, and then expect price to react to that 61 by pushing back up, and then continue to the upside. So that's what we're expecting. But if that doesn't happen, price may drop all the way down and then take out liquidity. But this is the shortest version of what I'm expecting to happen on Euro USD for this week, week 31. Now let's go to the daily, the 1-hour time frame to give a clear picture of that liquidity level. Do you see that? So it's going to be very smooth for them to take that liquidity level, and that's what you're expecting to trade. But at the moment, be careful how you trade Euro USD. But I'm still expecting Euro USD to drop, to sell more. It's going to drop more. I'm expecting that. So let's move to SP500. So SP500, so mark my words, I'm looking at GDP USD more sell, but still selling a little bit. Then Euro USD, we're looking for sell. Now, this was a trade we took on SP500 last week, which I took on SP500. Let me just erase the drawing. Okay, now let's go to the weekly time frame. First of all, you start from a higher time frame. Now, if you check this chart, obviously you can tell from this swing, which is the bullish momentum to the upside, you realize that it is a breakout structure. Price just reacted to 38, and we're still trading with it as well. So what do you expect? Well, I still expect that price will still drop. I expect that price will still drop. In retrospect of this, I'll go to the daily time frame to look at the picture clearer. Yeah, I still expect that price may still drop. So, but the problem is price may push up from here to the upside. And if it does, then we want this high to give us a structure. So how do we know that price has ended or is trying to push up on this pair? Go back to that weekly time frame. I want you to notice something here. The first thing you want to pay attention to is the body of the candle. Now, remember, this is a very important pair that most people trade. You want to pay attention to the body of the candle, which matches up with the previous structure right there. I hope you can see that. And then we want to mark again the low of that candle, which is also referring to that previous structure right there. Okay. So this is the two areas I want you to pay attention to. Okay. Now, body-wise, mark that. Good. Because the reason for that is this is where price is at. So a price break below this area on the lower time frame, which will be if you're looking at it from the 4-hour, as you can see, Price is above it right now. This is the area, price is above it. Then you will wait for price to break either to the upside or to the downside. Now, this is the strategy here because it's different. This pair trade differently. So you will not trade it as though you're trading a normal currency pair. So the first thing you want to do is to look at reasonable structure areas which we have designed. So we want price to either go up. If it goes up, break above this area, then we're looking for a buy. And we're getting out of that trade right there. So we're targeting this high. But if it does not break above this area, because you have to wait for this candle to break out before you wait for a pullback and buy. If it breaks below and take out this structure here, what you need is to wait for a pullback and then sell. And possibly, sorry about that, possibly we're looking at breaking below that 38 Fibonacci retracement of the weekly time frame. And then we want to see that retest and then we'll target the 61 as a sell. And then we will now begin to expect price to start rallying up. Remember, we did our analysis from the weekly. We're expecting price to tap into the 61 and then rally back up. But before it does that, what we're expecting is that price will break below that area of the previous candle body. And then if it breaks below, we should expect price to close below this area because we can't just sell from there. We expect price to close below this area. So 1 week, within this week alone, we're expecting price to drop. So what we'll do is on the 4 hour, we wait for price to break below that area. One candle can do that. It doesn't have to be multiple candles. No. On the 4 hour time frame, you can get a one candle that will smash down. Look at the candle that break. That's a massive one. If we have like this candle here, that means liquidity will be taken, and then we'll have a break. So with two 8 hours candle, we should be able to know where we at with this. But all your marking in this area and that area. So that's one thing you need to pay attention to. All right. So I will give update on this pair during the week. Hopefully I will come online this period to do update of this during the week. So I think those are the pair I wanted to talk about today. And I'm also going to be adding one pair to my uh, trading pair watch list. And that pair is Euro USD JPY, USD JPY, which is UJ. Is a very sensitive pair, and I tried to set this pair last week. I mean, buy this pair last week. It wasn't ready. Let me show you what I mean. Let's remove that and go to weekly time frame first. And you observe on the weekly time frame that price came all the way down, right, to fill this other secondary order block here. And we're still buying. It's a bullish market on the weekly. So it's a strong bullish market on the weekly. So you're just rejecting at the moving average. So what we need is to wait for price to reject from there. So this is what I do with this pair. Now price just tap into 68. So we're going to be buying already from here. That's what I was expecting to do last week. But I don't know why he just dropped a little bit lower. Okay, so here I think I bought early. So now is the time to start looking for buy on this pair on the daily. So what you want to do is to go to the 4 hour time frame and look for the opportunity to buy, which already started. So what you need is that you want to break a structure to the upside and then you continue to buy. Now let me show you the strategy that will suit this, which is from that can help you from the daily. You will move this fib to this level and then you wait for price on the date on the 4 hour time frame. You want to wait for price to do this. This is one of the strategy. Wait for price to break above this high, retest on it, and then you continue to the upside. This is how you sell. So if you put your trend line here, you will observe that this is what I'm talking about. You want to see that break of structure to the upside and then price continue and then you come back. So this is where you start buying USD, Japanese yen this week. All right, guys, I think that's all I can share with you for today. I hope you guys will watch this video again and pay attention to what I've said and do your charts properly in the way you should trade it. Listen, hit the subscribe button if you're new to trading. Make a comment in the comment section. Join our Telegram group. All of the links are in the description below. Use them for your advantage. Thank you, guys. And I'm going to be seeing you in the next week 32, to share more of our trading expectation for the weeks ahead. Thank you so much, and I'll see you then. Bye for now, guys. Bye.